Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to study about common table expression. Common table expression means creating a temporary table while executing any query. How that we will see while doing any example. See, first I have created an employees table. Let me just show you the table once. Employee ID, name of the employees, department, their salary, their tenure and their hiring date. Okay. Now, my query is find employees who earn more than their department's average salary. First, you have to calculate every department's average salary. What is the average salary for HR, for finance, for IT? You have to first calculate their average salary, and you know how to do this by using group by. Once you have done this, now what is in your original table? The employee table. You have ID, you have name, you have salary, all the details. So now what will you do? You take Alice, you take Bob, you take Charlie and check their salary. If greater than the average salary, then keep it in the result. Okay. So you understand that step. This is the first step where you have to calculate the average salary of departments. Second step, you have to take the original table and you have to check their salary with this one. Right? If it is greater, if the condition satisfies, keep it in the result. Okay? Right? And this table is the temporary table. Okay. So let's do the query, then you will understand. First, we have to calculate department's average salary. So I can write select department, comma average salary from employees group by department. Because you have to calculate for every department what is the average salary. So you have to use group by department and aggregate column will be average of salary. Let me just show you once. See the HR 50,000, IT, finance, you have got department and their average salary. Exactly this one we have achieved. Now we have to store this result into this temporary table. Okay, so now let's write this. This is what is common table expression. Because you have to store this result into a table that you will do using with keyword. So with, let's say department salary, this is the name you are giving to the table and as keyword, and you have to keep this result inside this bracket. Okay, now it will create that particular table. So you will have this table. This table is now stored as department salary. Clear? So two keywords you have to use, with and as. And inside this you are keeping the result which you want to store as a table. Okay, now this temporary table will be used to compare with the original table. Now let's write this. So you can write select ID, name, department, salary from employees table. Now you have to compare this original table with this temporary table. So first you have to join these two tables and you will join on some common column. Common column is the department column, right? So first do the joining. So you will write from employees E, join, that means inner join with department salary table. This is the temporary table, right? See, the same name you have to give for joining and give it a name, let's say D. Now you have to do the join on some common column. So D dot department equals to E dot department. This is the common column. Okay, now our joining is done. So once we have joined these two tables, now we can compare. Okay, now let's write the comparing condition. So we will write where this salary, the salary of the employees table is greater than this one, right? So let's write the condition. So we can write E dot salary greater than D dot average salary. So it's better if you give it a name. Let's say average salary. So now we can write average salary. Okay, so you understand. First we have faced the table, the first table by group by, and kept it in a result. The name of the table is department salary. Now we are taking the original table, we are joining with this department salary table, with the temporary table on some common column that you know, simple joining concept. Once it is done, now you are doing the comparison to check who earned more. Okay, so here I have to write e.id, e.name and e.department and e.salary. Okay, because these are from employee tables. Now let me just execute this. See, for HR salary was 50,000. You remember 50,666. See, Grace has 52,000. Okay, so all of them, David, Frank, Grace, their salary is greater than their department's average salary. Okay, but remember one thing, this temporary table is only for this query only. For next query, you cannot use this temporary table because this is temporary. It is created only for this query. Once the query is executed, the table is gone. So let's do the next one. Identify employees with longest tenure in each department. So simply you have to tell, let's say in HR. In HR, Alice's tenure is 5. Charlie's is 6. Grace 4. So who is the highest? Charlie. So you have to tell that in HR, Charlie has the highest tenure. Right. For IT, Bob is 3, David is 2, Hank is 6. So for IT, Hank is the output. Okay, so you understand there will be Charlie for HR, Hank for IT. Now how can we do this? So first we can take the original employee table. Okay, now what we will do? We will do the partition, you know, window function. First we have to partition. So I will write HR and all the details, ID, name, and this way I will make a partition of HR. So once the partition is done, now I can write finance. Once it is done, then we can write IT. Okay, so I will do the partition as per the department. First, now once it is done, now I will take tenure and sort them. So first one will be 6, next one will be 5, next one may be 4, maybe 3, 2. In this way, they will be sorted. Okay, maybe for 6, 1 in this way. So now it is sorted. So once it is sorted, so sort in descending manner. Once it is sorted, now you can give them a rank. Rank, you know, you will just put 1, 2, 3 for finance, again 1, 2, 3 for IT, again 1. So this way it will be ranked. Now as you have this one, now you can simply fetch which is the first rank holder for HR and its details, which is the first rank holder for finance and his details, which is the first rank holder for IT and his details. Okay, so you understand what are the steps. First you have to partition by department. Second, you have to sort in descending order. Third, you have to give them a rank. Fourth, you have to fetch who are in the first rank position. Let's do the query. Okay. So, first, I'll write select ID, name, department and tenure. Then give rank. Rank function will rank over. This is the window function and we have to do the partition by department, right? Partition by department and order by tenure in descending order. Okay. So once the partition is done, ordering is done, now you have given the rank. So our job is almost done. Now from table name. Give it a name, otherwise, so we can give tenure rank. Okay. Now let me just show you what is the output. See, finance, this is the 1, 2, 3 for HR, 1, 2, 3 for IT. See, for IT 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly as we expected here. Right? This way it has been sorted. Okay. Now we are going to fetch who is holding the first rank. So I have to keep this result in a table. So now I will write with give a name longest tenure as and keep this in this result. Okay, so now this is saved as longest tenure. So now this is saved as longest tenure. This is our common table, or we can say our temporary table. Okay, now I'll fetch select star from longest tenure where what is the condition? Can tenure rank is 1, so I can write tenure rank equals to 1. Okay, because your name was let me just show it to you once again. This is the tenure rank, so you have to fetch where the tenure rank is 1. Okay, right? Now let me run this. See, first tenure rank all are fetched for finance department, for HR department, for IT department. Okay, so you get the longest tenure in each department. Clear? Okay, now let's do the next one. Identify employees who have the same salary as someone else. You have to find who is getting same salary. Let's see, Alice. Alice is getting 50,000, Charlie is getting 50,000. So see, both of them are getting same salary in HR department. Okay, so you have to find who are getting same salary. That means more than one people are getting the exact salary. So let's first see what are the steps we have to follow. First, we have to take all types of salary. Maybe 50,000 is a type of salary people are getting, 60,000, 75,000. So once you get that, now you have to calculate the count. Two people are getting 50,000 salary, three people are getting 60,000, one people is getting 75,000. Now our question is that same salary as someone else. That means more than one people is getting. So I can simply remove this. So you have to show this too. Okay. And you have to also give their details like ID, name and all these things. Okay. So our first step will be to calculate this table. Then you store this temporary table into something. Okay. So let's do it step by step. So I can write select. So I can write select salary comma count star as salary occurrences from table name and we will group by salary. See, if you see the table, we are grouping on the basis of salary column, right? So group by salary. Now let me just show it to you once. What is the output? See, 50,000 is a type of salary, two people are getting. 70,000, one people. 75,000, one people. So you can understand that our output will be these two. Okay, so we have to find which are the two people getting the same salary, right? So this is the salary. Now, for one we have to discard that one. So we can write having count of star greater than 1. So that will be discarded. Now we have only left this one. Okay, now from this we have to find who are the employees. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to now store this in some table. So we can simply write with salary same, or just give a meaningful name, same salary as with some salary as this one. Okay, now it is stored in this temporary table called same salary. Okay, so we have 50,000 and 2. Now we are going to fetch the details. So select ID, name, whatever columns you wish to see, department, salary from employee table, right? And you have to join with same salary table. See, here we had this first step that is done. Now we will take the employee table and we will join on the basis of common column. Common column is the salary column. So we have to join the original table with this table based on this common column. Second step. So I am joining with same salary. Let's give it a name S on S dot salary equals to E dot salary. Salary is the common column, right? So now I have to write E dot ID, E dot name, E dot department. Okay. So if you get that same salary, like 50,000 is the salary, and here you get 50,002, so then you can fetch their details from this original table. Let me just show you the output once. What happened? I said employees. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. Salary. E dot salary. Now see, Alice and Charlie, they are both getting 50,000. This is what all about common table expression. If you want me to give some more examples, then please write in the comment section. And if you like, please like the video, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye. Happy learning.